first of all, I think everyone watched Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou at the weekend. Obviously, quite a few people would have been taken by surprise by just how good Francis Ngannou was. Were you more surprised by how bad Tyson Fury was, or how good Francis Ngannou was?
I mean, it's interesting you said how bad Tyson Fury was, but Ngannou was really good and he was quite awkward, so that can also make you not be great. Like, do you know what I mean? There's so many things we can look at.
Yeah.
Like, I literally said, I've never watched Ngannou. I didn't even bother researching him or watching anything of his. I wasn't interested. I'm like, he's an MMA fighter. Like, Tyson Fury should just box his head off. Like, honestly, because I think Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world. So I didn't bother. And then, when he came out, he looked like a school boxer. Like, he looked like he had basics well. He was sharp. He was explosive. He was exciting for me. He has power, and I think he really put Tyson off. I think Tyson thought that he would just like hurt him and whatever, but you got to realize these MMA fighters, they get shin kicked, elbowed, kneed, like bone on bone to their heads. I mean, even Tyson Fury threw in an elbow there. Like, he was just like, whatever.
He just brushed it off.
So you can never, I feel like you can never expect to like hurt a MMA fighter or a Thai boxer, because they are used to that kind of, that real brutal combat sport. But I thought he was great. And I think that shock to Tyson, that can really kill you. If you're underprepared, or if you're underestimating your opponent and you go and think it's going to be an easy night, that's really, I mean, obviously that's not something you think someone at his level wouldn't do that, but someone may not be able to help it sometimes. And that will definitely give you, like, lower your demeanor. You're like, holy shit, this guy's not going. Or this guy's really awkward. He kept switching stance.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
And that's really awkward, do you know what I mean? And he was quite different. He was explosive. He has a little Mike Tyson moves. He was good. Very humble as well.
Yeah.
I think that Fury, we're saying Fury was bad, and should use his jab more, but he was getting countered. He was scared. He got knocked down in the third round. He knew that if he let his hands go, he'd be open. He'd get in close, he'd be open. Like, he was getting countered. So it was like he was holding back almost.
Yeah.
Because last thing he wanted to do was get knocked out by the guy.
Right.
So he just did his best to try and, kind of not engage too much and stay away. And obviously, by not engaging, he's not throwing as much, and it looks like he's not doing as much work. But I think it was really Ngannou controlling that fight big time.
So on that basis, what did you make of the judges' decisions in the end? Seeing as one judge scored it 96-93, so considering the 10-8 round, that means you only gave one other round to Ngannou.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I would have been happy with the draw, which means that Ngannou would have won because of the point deduction. But to be fair, like, it really was a close fight. I'd have to watch it back, because always when you watch it fresh, like straight, like when you're watching it live, you do get a bit emotional. Yeah. So I always like to watch fights back, and then you see it a little bit differently when you're not as emotional, because it's live, they're done. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously draw or either way by one round or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think I would have given it to Ngannou. I thought he was landing lots of body shots. I thought he was like stronger, he was in control.
When you say the points deduction, do you mean from the elbow?
From the 8 count.
Oh, the 8 count.
Yeah, the 8 count. Yeah, because you got.
Yeah, you think there should have been a points deduction for the elbow that he threw? Or
well, I mean, if you watch that elbow if you watch that elbow in real time, it does look a bit like an accident. But when it's slowed down, it looks pretty freaking like real. But it's like, I mean, he shrugged it off, didn't he? Yeah. Whatever, you got nothing. I get them all day.
But if he had deducted it, then it could have
changed
the outcome, couldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, it didn't happen at the time. But do you think there's an element of kind of underdog bias in that people think that Ngannou deserved to win just because he was an underdog, whereas, if he'd had more boxing sort of experience, more people knew about him, it would have been a...
No, I don't think so. No. From what I was watching, I thought he was landing a lot of punches. He was countering really well. He was landing good body shots. Like, Tyson was throwing some jabs that sometimes he threw a few good 1-2s, but it was like, I felt like it was even in a way, very different styles. I think Tyson probably could have done more. I think also Ngannou looked like he started to get a bit tired towards the end. Yeah. They both looked like they got a bit tired, and Tyson probably could have capitalised on that and picked it up a little bit more. But maybe he didn't train as hard because he didn't take it as seriously. We don't know. But that performance definitely would be giving like Usyk and other heavyweights a lot of confidence.
Exactly.
You know.
Against Fury.
Yeah, against Fury.
Yeah.
But I think the Fury we see against Deontay Wilder, I think would have been very different. A bit more aggressive, like going in there to try and hurt him. But I do think that like it did look like that, but there was after that knockdown he just got gun shy.
Yeah.
A bit gun shy. Last thing he wants to do is get knocked out by a debut boxer, MMA fighter.
Yeah, you never coming back from that kind of embarrassment.
It would be very hard. Yeah, very, very hard.
Well, the next question is then Ngannou, if he's going to continue boxing, do you think he could potentially have a fight with Anthony Joshua?
Oh, yeah.
Knock him out even?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He's got the power. I mean, look,
the power,
Anthony Joshua has a bit of a glass chin, doesn't he? Like he can get dropped and hurt by. He gets hurt in every single fight. He got hurt by Usyk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And Usyk's not known for his power. So yeah, most definitely. You know, but and like that, Ngannou said in his post-fight thing, interview, he said like, "This is my first boxing fight." It's like going to water. He goes, "Going to water, I didn't know." He goes, "I was a bit scared." He goes, "I had that fear because it's water of unknown." He goes, "Now I know the temperature. Now I'll be better when he comes back." And he will, 100%. He'll be like, "Okay, I've done it now. I've boxed. I know what it feels like. I've done the 10 rounds." Like, and he will come back in better. Of course, 100%. He'll probably be able to let his hands go, probably be more a bit aggressive. I think he will only come back better. And to be fair, I'm excited to see it. I think he is. His fundamentals are great. His balance is great.
Yeah, he didn't look stiff at all.
Not at all. Fluid. Like he was flowing. That's the thing about MMA fighters. But they are awkward. I've sparred MMA fighters, and they are different. Their stance is different. The way they throw punches is a little bit different. But he didn't. He's the way he threw punches was like a boxer, a bit like Tyson. Do you know Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
You know, but. Yeah, it's that footwork, that shift, that switching that they do a lot of in the MMA fighters, and it's really, it can be a bit, it's awkward.